It's the best time of the year, you guys, reunion season. Teresa is blonde, it looks good. Danielle Staub has a bob, it looks good. And Siggy is dressed like a pretty princess in a Barbie-inspired ball gown. I'd rather say nothing here if that's okay. Right off the bat you can tell this is going to be a dramatic one, because Andy Cohen opened the show by talking about the cast changes this season, most notably that Jacqueline didn't return, to which Teresa says, "Thank God. I'd actually forgotten where they left things, mostly because who cares, but it was a nice scene setter." Teresa's in full-blown sass mode from there on out, telling Andy she wants to make out with him and pressing him for compliments on her dress. But we start out slow, as we have all season long, hearing about how Envy is going for Melissa Gorga really well, she says, and getting an update on how she and Teresa are doing. "No one's gonna ever come between us again," Melissa says. Teresa's face, in response, is blank. "Yeah, same. Their détente doesn't feel what I would call permanent. They never seem totally fine, only better than they were, with a just barely palpable tension right below the surface. They're only completely aligned when facing a common enemy, like Kim D, whom Teresa has very graciously chosen to forget was once an ally of Teresa's, on a mission to spread the Melissa was a stripper rumor." Andy quickly gets to the most pressing issue of the season, the fact that the addition of Margaret means we now have 3 house husbands named Joe who are all contractors, which I hadn't realized. Focusing on Margaret at all leads into what will obviously be the crux of this reunion, her feud with Siggy. And things get very nasty very fast. "The only genuine thing you said to me this entire season is that you want to destroy me, and you've tried to do it the entire season," Margaret says. "Yes, yes, yes," Siggy confirms as she speaks, which elicits the most intense rage face we've ever seen from Margaret, who starts barking, "Bring it, bring it." Siggy, to her, is someone who challenged her character all season long, most notably by accusing her unwarrantedly, I think, of anti-Semitism, putting her relationships and business in jeopardy. Margaret has finally really had it, and my money's on extensions flying by episode's end. The good news is that we're saved by the bell, that is, Melissa's phone, which is ringing. Who's on the line? Ramona Singer, whom Melissa has in her phone, is Romana. God, I miss the women of NYC, in particular the Mexico versions of Luann and Sonia. After some catch-up with Teresa, yes, she thinks Joe will come back from prison. It changed, man. No, she's never considered leaving him. It's right back to Siggy and Margaret. The season's main conflict is writ large here, with the accusations and deflections bouncing back and forth so quickly that it's hard to keep track of them. What I do know is that the entire exchange culminates in what is perhaps the dumbest takedown in all Housewives history, from Siggy, "Don't talk about my foyer and I won't talk about your foyer." Wow, folks, Siggy is bonkers. Not unsympathetic and not unfun, but boy oh boy is she a Fruit Loop. I would never criticize someone for being sensitive, but what's becoming clear is that Siggy isn't just sensitive, she's sensitive about everything, at all times. When she is pushed, she gets defensive and will lash out at any perceived slight, no matter how big or small, with the same amount of ferocity. It would be Trumpian if it were not for her selective memory, that is, she does not lash out at everyone equally. For example, Melissa also made fun of Siggy's foyer, that would be the one strewn with photographic evidence of Siggy's different personalities, but Siggy's not interested in taking aim at Melissa. It doesn't jibe with the storyline she's created for herself, that Margaret is a bully who will not relent, and so she ignores it. But if anyone seems like a bully here, it's Siggy. Season guest player Danielle Staub joins the gals on the couch, and when she enters, Dolores, aka the best person on the planet, says to her, "You know how I feel about you, you look amazing, as in, I have no reason to lie because I hate your ugly guts, so you know I'm being genuine when I say you look hot." God, I love this woman. Recap continues on page 2.